Okay, let's move on, and next I'd like to take a moment to just share with you one of my single biggest techniques on, I think, what gets me ahead and what can get you ahead too. So let me tell you one of my secret weapons in marketing or running an internet website. I attribute a lot of my success in life and in business just to the fact that I break a lot of rules. Not big rules, I'm not a criminal, I have no criminal record, other than maybe a couple speeding tickets or something, just little stuff. But I break little rules, especially little things that, we consider like red tape, and bureaucratic BS. You got to be, if you're the kind of person that, lets all that little stuff get in your way, I find that those people are really slow to make money, real slow to experience success. Because there's a lot of shortcuts you can take, but the shortcuts involve breaking little rules here and there, or doing something that maybe is kind of frowned upon or that might tick someone else off, but it's not illegal. Again, you don't want to confuse breaking little rules with doing things illegal. But again, you can kind of read between the lines what I'm saying, and that's one of my secret weapons is, if there's some little thing in my way, I just blow it off usually. So again, I don't break laws, I break rules. And there's a big difference. One's legal, one's not. In most cases, I really believe the old saying, nice guys finish last. I mean, there are some nice people in business, but you've got to be prepared to be like a pit bull or a piranha. I mean, you've got to be able to be vicious and be ruthless at times. Because even if you're caught breaking a little rule, usually very little of anything ever happens as a consequence. And again, just not only be cautious of breaking rules that can cause criminal action, but you don't want to break rules that can bring on civil litigation either. But there's a lot of little rules that don't fall into either of those two categories. They basically can't bring on criminal action, and they can't bring on civil litigation, and those are the best kind to break. If they're in your way and if they're slowing you down. And there's so many people that I watch get hung up every day. People call me up and they're stuck on this little thing, this little thing that's made them pause for a whole week, or in some cases a month, and they're telling me, I'm like, well, what's slowing you down here? What's stopping you? And they tell me, I don't even want to give examples because I don't want to tell people what rules to break. I don't want to, someone coming back at me saying, well, you said to do this, but I'm just going to say there's little things that people will sit and wait because there's some sort of little red tape they're waiting for. Little things in their way. You'll just have to figure out what I mean. Those little things that get in your way. You'll just have to read between the lines and kind of try to figure out what I'm talking about, or maybe have some mentoring time with me and talk to me on the phone, and I can go over a little bit. But instead of facing any consequences from all the little rules I've broken and all the red tape I've broken, I just see myself moving farther and farther up the ladder and faster, and my bank account just keeps growing and growing. So again, I kind of have proof that by breaking some little rules, you can climb faster, and that again, nice guys finish last, and nice gals finish last too. Don't confuse breaking a few little rules with being unethical or being immoral. That's not what I'm saying to do. You've got to always have your integrity, and there's a way to walk a fine line and be full of integrity and morality and a highly ethical person and still break these little rules. I will never be unethical or immoral to my customers, and you shouldn't be either. Not only would that be wrong, but lack of morals and ethics and integrity can actually very quickly destroy your online reputation to where you don't have a reputation anymore and nobody trusts you. Now what I'm saying goes hand in hand with the idea of having brass balls or big huevos in this type of business. I'm not talking about male anatomy here, but I'm just saying, for you ladies too, the bigger the balls you've got in internet marketing, the more money you're going to make. Just be sure not to do something rash or crazy. Again, read between the lines when I say you got to have big huevos. You need to be constantly taking calculated risks. If you don't take calculated risks on a daily basis, you're going to be stale and you're going to just get stagnant and not move. Because